What we have is a Jack and Jill bathroom remodel going on here. What I'm getting ready to do is to put some Redguard on the walls. You can see my cement board is primarily in place. I have the nook for the shower soap and shampoos and everything. This is your typical 30-inch by 5-foot tub. One thing I'm doing differently is I've put the cement board up on the wall. At least 80% of it is up on the wall before I put the tub in. That was done on purpose so that I can stand up and work putting the cement board up, putting the thin set on top of the cement board, and now we're getting ready to put Redguard on, and I can do all that work before putting the tub in place so that I can stand up and easily get to it, and I'm not working on top of the tub. Then when I complete it, I'll put the tub in. I'll have one piece of cement board to add in the front part of the tub, one little strip along the side wall, and then one more little piece on the back side of the tub. And we'll be able to get all that work done just closely right above the tub. My main purpose is to have it easier to work on and not having to stand on top of the tub and possibly damaging the tub while we're doing all this additional work.
For your cement board, you want to keep gaps, 1/8 inch gaps between all the boards. You mount them every 8 inches with 1 1/4 inch screws. You got to use fiberglass tape in all the corners and the seams. Then you're going to fill that tape with thin set. If you want more details, see jameshardie.com.
Today we're putting the waterproofing onto the cement board for our shower. I'm going to start with a brush to get the corners. What I have is Redguard, which is a real good waterproofing material. We're going to put at least 2 coats on it. You know that I have all the corners cut in with the brush and along the baseboard and edges. I'm going to roll the rest on because it will go quicker if you roll it. Okay, we have one wall complete. You can see where it's paint is still wet, and where it's drying it turns to a darker red. So it won't take long, but in an hour's time it will all be red, and that can tells you when you can start your second coat. Again, the second coat is going to be the same thing, except we're going to go this way with our strokes. And that way, if we have any holidays or small openings within any of this, you have a better chance of covering it by going 2 different directions. I finished the first coat. I'm just looking for small areas that look like it didn't have enough on there, like this area right here. The good thing about this stuff, you can paint on top of it to fix any. If you damage the wall, you just put another coat on top of it. Again, it's very easy to work with. And again, that's my first coat. Probably took me 45 minutes to put the first coat on this 30-inch by 5-foot shower install. And I'm going to let this dry. When it turns completely red, probably be another 30-45 minutes. I'm going to come back and put a second coat on there. You always want at least 2 coats on your wall. Again, this is the back wall complete, where the back of the tub's going to be. This is the long wall with the cubby hole, and then the front wall with the shower spout and the handle. Pretty easy job to do. Almost anybody can do this. Okay, what you can see is I got my tub in place, and I left the last piece of each one of the cement boards until the tub has been put in place. So now I'm getting ready to put those last 3 pieces up. What I also did was I took Redguard and I Redguard the bottom inch or 2 of the board that's going on the wall. And I did that so that it makes it waterproof, and there's no way there's any water that's going to wick up into the cement board. So I covered the bottom edge and the back side, and then the front side's going to be covered too. So you have a complete bottom piece here that's red guarded on both sides, and we shouldn't have any water wicking up through the back of the board. And what the board is going to do, it's going to overlap. If you look at the lip right here, we're going to overlap this lip about 3/8 to 1/2 inch. We're going to keep it about 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch off of the bottom right here. And then our tile's going to come down and touch the tub, and then we're going to have caulking on it. So again, there'll be no way that water can wick up through the back of this board. Today we're going to finish putting the Redguard on the cement board, Hardie backer board that's on the wall. We're also going to put in the corners. We're going to be putting this cloth material. What we're going to do is paint the Redguard, put the cloth material in place, and then put another coat of Redguard on top of it, and that just reinforces the corners. So we're going to take our reinforcing fiber and put it in the corners. you can see now I have the reinforcing tape in the corner. When it dries, I'm gonna come back and put one more coat on top of it just to make it extra strong. I've come over here and I've done the same thing inside the little cutout area here because you want to reinforce all the corners. So you can see I've done the outside, inside the corner. And I did my other back wall corner. And again, that should reinforce it, put it in pretty good shape. Okay, this is the Redguard waterproofing and crack prevention membrane product. Again, it was used in the shower video to waterproof the cement board, the Hardie board that was used in the shower. It's also used on flooring to isolate cracks in the slab from the new tile that's being laid. So if you're looking for that product, again, it's called Redguard waterproofing and crack prevention membrane. More information can be found below in the listing of products. All right, this is the product from Nova Fiber. It's a fiberglass membrane. It's used in conjunction with the Redguard waterproofing membrane or crack prevention membrane. It's the same product. You use it for both. We used this in the vertical corners of the shower when we were trying to reinforce the corner areas with the Redguard. Again, it's embedded in the Redguard and used just to reinforce the waterproofing membrane. It's also used to help isolate cracks from your tiles. If you have any cracks in your flooring, you will put Redguard down and lay this membrane in it and then recoat it again with Redguard. So here's a blow up of it. It also will be listed below in the notes for where to buy it.